Hello everyone, in this lecture we will discuss about the criteria for the length system analysis. Criteria for length system analysis. Before the criteria for length system analysis, first of all we have to know some number and characteristic length of the material. First of all, we should know the characteristic length. For the objects, the characteristic length is denoted by before the criteria of length system analysis, we will discuss the characteristic length of the material, the Bevet number, and after the characteristic length and Bevet number we will discuss the criteria for length system analysis. So first of all we will discuss the characteristic length of material. So the characteristic length of material is denoted by LC, the characteristic length, and it is nothing but the characteristic length is equal to volume of the object divided by surface area of the object. Volume of the object divided by surface area of the material or object. So volume of the object is denoted by V and surface area is denoted by AS, surface area, and this is the volume of material. This is surface area of the material. So the ratio between the volume and surface area of the material is equal to the length of the material, which is called the characteristic length of the material. Now for some geometrical figures, the characteristic length will define. So for plane wall of thickness 2L, suppose for plane wall having thickness 2L, the characteristic length will be equal to 2L divided by 2, which is nothing but length of the wall or thickness of the wall. So for plane wall having thickness 2L, the characteristic length will be equal to 2L divided by 2, which is L. So the characteristic length for the plane wall having thickness 2L is equal to thickness of the material of the wall. Plane wall having thickness 2L, the characteristic length will be equal to length or thickness of the wall. Suppose we have a plane wall. Suppose this is a plane wall. This is length. Similarly, this is also length. This is length and this is also length. This is, suppose this is 0. This is origin. Now this is the thickness. So our all thickness is L plus L. This L plus this L is equal to 2L. This is the length of the. This is the thickness of the wall. This is, suppose this is the length of the wall. So for this wall, the characteristic length will be equal to 2L, which is thickness of the wall. This is the thickness of the wall divided by 2, half of the thickness. This is. So this will be the characteristic length of the plane wall. Now for other geometrical figure, like for cube, suppose for cube, the characteristic length will be equal to the volume of the cube. The volume of the cube is nothing but it is, suppose this is a cube, this is length, this is also length, this is also length. So volume of the cube is L cube divided by area. Suppose this is length and this length. Suppose this area or this area or this area. So area is nothing but length multiplied by length, so L square. So the characteristic length for the cube is equal to L. Similarly for cylindrical figure, suppose we have a cylindrical figure. Suppose this is a cylindrical figure. So for cylindrical figure, the characteristic length the characteristic length will be equal to volume of cylinder, surface area of the cylinder. So volume of cylinder is nothing but it is pi r square into height. Suppose this is the height of the cylinder. So this is the volume of cylinder, and surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r h. This is the surface area of the surface area of the cylinder. Surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r h. So h is the height of the cylinder. So volume of cylinder is pi r square h, and surface area is 2 pi r h. So this cancel with this. So it is the characteristic length is equal to the radius of the cylinder. Suppose the cylinder, this is the radius of the cylinder divided by 2. Radius of cylinder divided by 2 is equal to the characteristic length of the cylindrical figure. Now for spherical object, suppose this is a spherical object. This is the radius of the sphere. Suppose this is a spherical object. For this spherical object, the characteristic length is equal to volume of the sphere, surface area of the sphere. Now we know that the volume of sphere is equal to 4 over 3 divided by pi r cube, and the surface area of the sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. Now putting these value in this equation, we will get 4 over 3 pi r cube, surface area is 4 pi r square. This is the characteristic length. This cancel with this, pi cancel with pi, this cancel with this, and it is equal to radius of the sphere divided by 3. So the characteristic length for sphere is radius of the sphere divided by 3, and this is the radius of the sphere. This is the radius. This is the center of the sphere. These are the radii of the sphere. So radius of the sphere divided by 3 is the characteristic length of the sphere. So the characteristic length for many material, these will also discuss in the coming lecture. And the general formula for the characteristic length is volume of the material divided by surface area of the material. Now after the characteristic length, we will discuss a dimensionless number which is called Bévet number. Now what is Bévet number? Bévet number. Now what is Bévet number? Bévet number is denoted by Bi. Bévet number. Bévet was a physician. That was a physicist. Bévet was a physicist. So this number was first proposed by Bévet, which was a physicist. So the Bévet number is denoted by Bi, and the Bévet number is nothing but it is the ratio between the convective heat transfer divided by conduction heat transfer. Now we know from Newton law of cooling that convective heat transfer is nothing but it is heat transfer is equal to convective heat transfer is denoted by QC, which is heat transfer coefficient of the air or medium, the surface area, and the temperature difference. Similarly, for conduction heat transfer we use Fourier law, and from Fourier law we know that heat rate is equal to the thermal conductivity of material, the cross-sectional area of the material, temperature difference across the material, and the thickness of the material, or the thickness of material can be denoted by characteristic length. So it can be Ka delta T divided by the characteristic length of the material. So the ratio of these two heat transfer will give us a Bévet number, which is a dimensionless number. So Bévet number is a convective heat transfer, which is Ha delta T, and the thermal conductivity, cross-sectional area, temperature difference divided by characteristic length of the material. So this is the Bévet number, and this temperature difference is convective heat transfer. This temperature difference is the temperature between system and the surrounding. Suppose if this is a hot object, suppose if this is a cold object, and this is the air. Suppose if this is the air, this is a hot air. So heat will transfer from air to the object, and temperature of air, suppose this is T infinity, and temperature of the object is 2. So this temperature difference is T infinity minus T. So actually it is the difference between temperature of surrounding and temperature of the system, and this temperature difference is the temperature difference of the system. Suppose this is our system, the hot object is our system. Suppose this can be spherical sphere of the copper, or sphere of lead or other material. So this temperature difference is the temperature difference in the object, and this is the temperature difference between the surrounding and the system. So suppose if we have a spherical object of copper, so this is the temperature at every point. So the temperature at this point, suppose it is T1, the temperature at this point is T2, the temperature at this point T3. So the temperature difference between T2 minus T1, suppose, or it can be T3 minus T2. So this temperature difference is denoted by delta T, and it is this temperature, and it is represented in this relation. So this temperature difference show us the temperature difference between the temperature difference in the system, and this is our system. This is the, so there is some difference between this temperature difference and this temperature difference. So it should be keep in mind that this temperature difference is this temperature difference between system and surrounding, and this is the temperature difference in the system, and this is our system for simplicity. So Bévet number can be written as Bi Ha delta T divided by thermal conductivity, cross-sectional area, temperature difference divided by characteristic length. This cancel with this, temperature difference cancel with this, heat transfer coefficient, thermal conductivity divided by characteristic length of the material. So we will get heat transfer coefficient, characteristic length, thermal conductivity. We can also write this relation LC, characteristic length divided by thermal conductivity divided by 1 divided by heat transfer coefficient, and this is the Bévet number. As we know that the length divided by thermal conductivity, suppose we have a wall, plain wall, suppose the plain wall having thermal conductivity K, thickness of the wall is suppose L. So this is the wall. So the ratio between the length and thermal conductivity give us the resistance to heat, the resistance to the heat transfer. So the the resistance to conduction heat transfer is denoted by LC, characteristic length of the material, divided by thermal conductivity of the material. So the ratio between LC and K give us the resistance to conductive heat transfer, and the ratio between and the 1 divided by heat transfer coefficient give us the resistance to convective heat transfer, and H is the heat transfer coefficient of the medium. It can be air or water or some other liquid or gases. So this is the resistance to conductive heat transfer, this is the resistance to convective heat transfer. So Bévet number is nothing but it is resistance to conductive heat transfer, resistance resistance to convective heat transfer. So the ratio between the resistance to convective heat transfer to the conductive so the ratio between the convective heat transfer and conductive heat transfer is Bévet number. It is nothing but resistance, convective resistance and conductive resistance. It is conductive resistance and convective resistance is Bévet number. So Bévet number is nothing but it is resistance to the so Bévet number is nothing but it is the ratio between resistance to the conductive heat transfer divided by the resistance to the convective heat transfer. So this is the Bévet number. Now we know that what will be the criteria for lump system. What will be the criteria for lump system or lump system analysis? What will be the criteria for lump system analysis? Usually the criteria for lump system analysis is that a system will consider lump system if the Bévet number is equal to 0.1 or if Bévet number is less than 0.1. So if a system having Bévet number less than or equal to 0.1, then the system will be lump system. Lump system will be lump system. But this criteria can be changed if we do not need much accuracy. Then we can use Bévet number 0.2, 0.3 or something. But in these cases, the error in our experiments will occur. So for lump system, the criteria is that Bévet number should be less than or equal to 0.1. If the Bévet number of a system is less than 0.1 or equal to 0.1, then the system will consider to be a lump system. Now we know that Bévet number is equal to Bi is equal to length, characteristic length divided by thermal conductivity of the material divided by 1 divided by heat transfer coefficient. This is the resistance to the conductive heat transfer. Now for lump system, what will be the Bévet number for lump system? Suppose this is our lump system. These are the various points in our lump system. Suppose the temperature at this point is T1. Suppose this is the point 1, this is the point 2. At point 2 the temperature is T2. So the temperature at every point is same. So temperature T2 will be equal to T1, because in lump system the temperature is constant. At every point the temperature will be same in lump system. So but the temperature changes with the passage of time. Like the temperature can be increased or decreased with the passage of time. But at every point the temperature is same. So temperature is not a function of position, but temperature is a function of time in the lump system, and it is the transient heat conduction. So T1 will be equal to T2 for the lump system. As the temperature between every point is same, so there will be no temperature difference. As there is no temperature difference, so there will be no resistance to the heat transfer. So the resistance to the heat transfer will be 0. So if temperature at every point is same, if at every point the temperature is same, then there will be no resistance to the heat transfer. There will be no resistance to the conductive heat transfer. So the resistance in this case will be so the resistance to the conductive heat transfer will be 0. So the Bévet number for lump system will be 0. But in general case, in reality, the temperature at every point is not same. There will be a small difference in temperature at different position. At different position, the temperature will be slightly different from each other. Suppose if the temperature at this point is 20, then the temperature at this point can be 20.1 Celsius. Suppose if temperature at this point is 20, the temperature Celsius, the temperature at that point can be 20.1 Celsius. The temperature at that point can be 19.9 Celsius. So there is this temperature at every point. It is not necessary that the temperature at every point is same. So the temperature at every point, the temperature at different point can be slightly different from each other. So this is the Biot number. For complete lump system, the Biot number will be 0. But in reality, the criteria for lump system is that Biot number should be equal to or equal to 0.1. This is the criteria for lump system analysis. Thanks.